There we go. All right. We're with Coach U and Ja'az Cofer after the Bruins fall to Johnson & Wales University. Coach, this was a team that we played earlier on in the season, very athletic team, and they got a lot of firepower. And they showed it tonight as, is that your girlfriend calling, Coach? Come on here. It's always got to happen once a season. But, we came in knowing what we were going to face tonight, and particularly that first half, we had some lapses in our turnovers, and they took advantage of it with a couple of, I think, 3 or 4 straight three-pointers. So, as I asked you at the half, kind of overall, your thoughts on the defensive effort tonight.
Well, their number one had 37 or 39 points against us the first game, and he had 3. Unfortunately, some other people picked up the slack, but if you look at almost every statistical category, we were actually better than them in almost every statistical category with the amount of free throws. The way we had one of our best rebounding games of the year and really good offensive rebounds, and that's something that we've been hammering. And so as a coach, I'm able to see things that we've been working on in practice the past couple days, at the end of last week and then in the practice we had yesterday before this game. I'm actually seeing them do that. I know the scoreboard is what everybody sees, and there's some other things that are obvious, but there's also some good things if you're in our practices and you're looking for it. And those are some positives. Really, the thing that killed us was the turnovers, because almost every one of our turnovers ended up being the first pass of their fast break, if you want to say. And we did not do a good job of transition defense, which is something we have been doing. And again, it's not an excuse. It's just a fact. We cannot simulate that speed and athleticism in practice, and we've been much better at that, and you've seen them handle that much better, but we won't face anybody like Johnson and Wales the rest of the year unless if we're able to get to the national tournament and get deep in the national tournament. That's what the top 3 teams at our level are like. And so it's a good thing for us to play that going into Friday night's region game against a pretty athletic team that we had a lot of turnovers against down there in Jacksonville. And I hope our high turnovers tonight kind of shake us up a little bit and cause us to focus a little bit better as we practice and prepare for Friday night.
We won 3 straight coming into this one, and part of it was playing really good defense, but also having a pretty consistent presence offensively. It seemed like we were really not consistent tonight in terms of we would have runs throughout the game, but really couldn't get that consistent ball movement and offensive presence that we've seen the last couple of games. Just offensively, what do you think we could have done better tonight?
Well, in those past couple of games, our defense has created our offense, and we weren't able to create any easy buckets. And when we just flat out do not have the type of skilled players and experienced players to play against the other team 5-on-5 the entire game, and we will never win that battle, no matter who we're playing against. And so we have to get some possessions, a lot of possessions where we're outnumbering them and getting down there and spreading them out. And we tend to hit more threes. We tend to have a lot of momentum when we're doing that. And if I had to guess, I would say about 99% of the time tonight we face their five sitting back there, and we're just not going to be able to do that. And we are not a good half-court team. We've gotten much better. We've actually been very efficient. We have good percentages, but we need to not have 99% of our possessions happen in the half-court.
Ja'az, as we take this loss tonight, obviously we came in winning 3 straight, had some momentum, but as Coach said, a lot of good things that we can take from this game, and we got a chance at a little bit of redemption, our only conference loss of the season coming against Trinity Baptist, so a little bit of a chance to get a little revenge against them on Friday night. What do we have to take from tonight into Friday to hopefully come away with a win?
I just feel like if we really run our offense and run what the coach is telling us to do, we always get a good shot and when the ball's moving. So we just got to stop making up things and start just playing as we know we can play and run the plays that we're practicing in practice. And we can't play into people's hands. I feel like a lot of times we're playing according to we're just not dictating what we're doing with the ball on offense a lot of times when they're defending us up close. So I'd say just better offensively and definitely try and close out better as well.
Yeah, same question to you, Coach, kind of going into Friday. We've seen this team before, and what we're going to take from tonight to hopefully come away with a win on Friday.
Well, we actually played really well against them when they had a pretty big lead when we were down there, and then they went into a full court press. And at that point in the year, that's when we only had 9 players, and we hadn't even been able to simulate a full court press. And I feel like If they pressure this time, that we'll be able to handle that a lot better. It's always easy to blame referees and be frustrated with referees, and believe me, I have been there, but there's also a point where we have to adjust to it. If for the past 3 games we've been saying that some things are a problem, we have to, it's on me and it's on the captains to make sure that we're adjusting to that. It's no longer an excuse. Both teams are playing with the same set of referees, and I just feel like that's a weak way out and it's an excuse sometimes, and I don't want that to be an excuse. I want here to come Friday night and play just as hard, but play without fouling. I think we foul a lot because we're not anticipating, we're not communicating, we're reacting instead of anticipating, and so that's something I can control. That's something I can get better at teaching them, and that's something that they can get better at as we go. And I think if we're better at those things, that we can put together a better defensive performance without fouling.
All righty, thank you.